Hey guys, welcome to the NFL Pick 6 Show, Week 9 edition. I'm your co-host, Nolan Basset.
And I'm Taylor Scott.
And what a weird Week 8 it was. A lot of interesting and crazy things.
Did you think it was weird? I didn't think it was that weird.
I thought it was insanely weird.
I thought 2 weeks ago was really weird.
I mean, honestly, I think the NFL for the past 2 or 3 weeks has been really weird.
Yeah.
A lot of crazy things have happened, a lot of unexpected things.
Well, you know what's crazy? Is our parlay hit again.
Indeed it did.
3-teamer plus 600 hits again. That's 5 out of 8 weeks our parlay of the week is hit.
That is so crazy.
Yeah, so if you guys aren't on the parlay of the week, you got to get on it.
Indeed you do.
I mean, that's 5 out of 8. I mean, that's 6-1.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the odds are. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
Wow. You want to get to the picks?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. You want to go first?
Sure.
All right, give it to me.
All right, so there was a lot of crazy games this week. It's a tough one for sure. But the one that stuck out to me the most was the Chargers -3 against the Jets.
Monday night game.
Yep.
Okay.
The Chargers, they're playing pretty decent. Zach Wilson does like to play good against good quarterbacks. So that's something you have to watch out for. When he plays a bad team, he tends to lose and play bad. When he plays a good team, he tends to play decent,
Yep.
but I think the Chargers need to step it up a little bit, especially with the Chiefs losing to Denver. I think that that's a chance for them to maybe take one more step towards being in that close to the top spot, at least try and getting a second spot.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the Chargers is my number 2 pick of the week, so because that one's going on the card for
Yep.
Monday night. Yeah, I think the same thing. I think they've been a good team all year. They've stumbled a little
Yeah.
bit. I think their coaching's a little weak. I think Herbert's having some problems, but nothing he can't overcome.
yeah.
And I think the Jets, while they're surviving, they're definitely not flourishing. And
Yeah, for sure.
I think that the Chargers are actually going to dominate this game. I
Yeah,
mean, the Jets,
same.
Jets, I think they've got 3 wins in a row.
Yeah.
And 2 of those could have not been wins at all. So I definitely see the Chargers coming into this game and roadhousing them.
Yeah. So what do you got for your first pick?
For me, I like Cleveland -8 at home against Arizona. So with the Dobbs trade,
Yep.
and Kyler Murray's not coming back yet, everything's up in the air over there. They were already just on a full downslide,
Yeah.
in my opinion. I think everybody's going to check out, and Cleveland is on the upside. They tied for me last week,
Yep.
which was disappointing, but one turnover, they easily could have won that game against Seattle. I think their defense with a screwed up offense, the Cardinals may not score in this game.
No, yeah.
So-
yeah, I think so.
I mean, I hate laying 8, but Cleveland at home, I see this as a shutout.
No, I love that pick, and I wanted to put it on my board. I actually don't know why I didn't. I think I was just writing too fast. No, but I love that pick. It's a great pick. I definitely would put that on the card for sure. Josh Dobbs going to Minnesota. So,
Yeah.
for my next pick,
Okay.
I have Atlanta -4.5 versus Minnesota.
Speaking of Dobbs.
Yep. So Josh Dobbs isn't playing. They're gonna have. You said their 4th string.
Yeah, it's
quarterback?
so up in the air right now. I don't even know his name.
Yeah.
But there's no way Dobbs can get in and learn the system that quick. I guess there could be a world where he's playing so bad they just throw Dobbs in there and it's like backyard football.
Yeah.
But I'm on this game too. I am on it as a maybe. I hate laying 4.5 with Atlanta.
Yeah.
But the other big swing in this game is the fact that Ritter is not starting.
Yep.
And we're getting Heineke.
I love Heineke.
Yeah.
He's a great quarterback.
I think Heineke's got a lot of upside. He does have games where he goes out there and just is completely flat. But at home, getting a chance to show himself, everybody's been asking for it. Minnesota coming off a lucky win, they were definitely ahead of the game. But when Cousins went out, it started to get scary. If Green Bay had any ability, they would have come back and won that game.
Yeah, for sure.
So I definitely see the Vikings, all the air going out
Yeah.
of that. Like, hey, we're going to make the playoffs. No, we're not. That roller coaster is brutal. And I like Atlanta. I mean, 4.5 is a little scary, but
No, yeah.
their defense and a clunky offense, I think, again, it could be
They can
low
get it
scoring for
done.
the Vikings. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm next. For me, I like Cincinnati Sunday night game -2 against
Okay.
Buffalo. We've been on Buffalo. We've been off Buffalo this year. A couple times we missed, a couple times we hit.
Yeah.
Buffalo is so streaky. I think it they should have beaten them by more on Thursday night. I think they stumbled a lot in that game, but the bad calls bailed out Tampa Bay, making it look like a close game that really wasn't. So I think that was one of Buffalo's good games, even though they played poorly. I think they're going to be back down again this week, going against Cincinnati with Burrows, who looks completely back to normal after last week. There was a question mark 2 weeks ago. Everybody's like, is he back? And then last week it was like, hey, I'm back. You know, I mean, granted, the Niners put up like 400 and something yards against Cincinnati, which is going to happen against the Niners. But Burrow looked amazing the whole game. So I'm leaning Cincinnati. I like him being back. Also, not to keep hogging all the time, but you got the Hamlin thing. Last year, everybody's going to be like, oh, it's all about Buffalo. I think it's more Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati was ahead in that game when this all happened, and everybody kept saying, oh, well, Buffalo was the favorite in that game. Buffalo's the one that got screwed. Cincinnati isn't going to take that lightly. They're going to want to go out there and prove we were ahead in that game, we deserved to be ahead in that game, and we're going to win this game to prove it.
Okay, so I actually had Buffalo +2.
Okay.
And I was actually just thinking, with the whole Hamlin situation, that they're gonna want to go out there and, you know, get the win.
Yeah.
They're gonna want to be like, yo, this is for you, man.
Yeah, I get that. I think that that's gonna be the more public opinion. I think it's a more fun story. But when you get down to the players themselves, I think Cincinnati's gonna have more of a chip on their shoulder in this game.
Well, I feel like Cincinnati, they have so much pressure for this game. This is the game to be like, okay, is Joe Burrow really back, or did he have just a good game?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of pressure on Cincy. In Buffalo, I feel like this is their time to where they can get a win against a good team and prove that we're still one of the better teams in the NFL.
But they're not.
Well,
yeah. No, I get that. I get that.
You know, I hate Buffalo.
I'm not a fan.
So, but I think this is a game where everything is just kind of like going towards Buffalo in a way. I feel like they need to get the win. They're going to do it for Hamlin. But since you like Cincy, it's going to be tough, you know. Yeah,
I think we're split on this one. So, and it's a Sunday night game. So I see this being a side bet between you and me.
Yeah.
Maybe next week you have to wear one of my Hawaiian shirts.
Okay.
And I have to dress horrible like you do.
Okay.
All right?
All right, I like it.
All right, we'll book that at 2.
Sounds good.
All right.
Is it my pick?
I think it was me, but I have so many.
Well, you just said Cincinnati. Oh, no, I just said Buffalo. It's your pick.
So,
it's your pick.
Yeah, okay. So next for me is the New York Giants +1 in Vegas. So I hate to ever put the Giants on my card.
Yep.
But this situationally, I mean, Daniel Jones is coming back. And
he is?
He is coming back. He just announced it today. And we film on Wednesdays, so things could change, but just so you guys know. Daniel Jones is coming back. The Raiders are complete in disarray. People are saying Garoppolo's not even going to play again on the team.
Yeah, he's not playing this week.
Yeah, I know he's not playing this week, but they're saying he might just not play again for the Raiders. Coach fired.
Yeah.
You know, everything's falling apart for the Raiders. They looked horrible before all this happened against our pick, the Lions, on Monday night. So for me, it's just a system play. I think the Giants are starting to trend up. They've been creeping up each week. They lost to Buffalo, which they could have won. You know, they lost to the Jets, which they could have won. So I say I'm a Giants fan this week against the Raiders.
So here's the thing. My only concern with this game is Tyrod Taylor is not playing. And you may be thinking, and you guys may be thinking, why the heck would you be concerned that Tyrod Taylor's not playing when Daniel Jones is coming back? In my opinion, and could be one of the craziest hot takes, Tyrod Taylor is a better quarterback than Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of Daniel Jones at all, but I am a fan of a quarterback going out, a backup coming in, and then a quarterback coming back. I think it's a statement game for him. He has to come out there and play well. He gets to do it against a team that's in complete disarray. I think he goes out there and deals.
Well, I mean, you know me. I love Daniel Jones. Danny Dimes is awesome. I love him. But if we're coming down to all honesty, I think Tyrod Taylor carried their offense and made it so much better. He showed that they have the opportunity to be able to pass the ball in so many different ways. He got Waller open. He got all the receivers open deep. they played better football offensively, and with them losing a good defensive player on their D-line, that could just, I don't know, but I really like that Vegas is just in shambles right now. So honestly, it's a good pick. I would totally love to have it on the card, but I just have a little concern with Tyrod Taylor being out, that's all.
Okay.
From my next pick, and you're going to be like, whoa, that might be weird, but I like Philly -3 against Dallas, and here's why.
Okay.
These two games between Philly and Dallas are going to be the most important of the season, because I feel that with these two games, whoever wins the majority, if they win this game, Philadelphia, they're going to be set. If they lose this game, they're going to have to play the catch-up game, and I know they don't want to play that because Dallas still has an opportunity to take first place in the division. Now, I know that might sound a little crazy,
yeah, it is a little
but
bit
they're
crazy,
still there. They have a good football team in Philadelphia. You know, they get put in close games a lot against bad teams, I feel like. So I think Philadelphia is going to want to go out there. Dallas had a really good week last week.
They did.
Great week.
We were on Dallas. Helped us hit our parlay of the week.
Well, you were on Dallas, so I said no.
Well, yeah,
remember?
but we took it for our parlay of the week.
Oh, that's right. But like I was saying, I think Philly is going to want to shut them up, and they're going to want to put them in their place and tell them that they're going to be at the top of the division, and they're not even going to have a chance because they're going to have the tiebreaker.
Okay, this game scared me off a little bit. I was leaning Dallas, but I think a lot of that is my Dallas bias. I'm not a Dallas fan by any means, and I'm not a fan of Dak Prescott at all.
Yeah,
but I do think, but I do feel like Dallas has a great defense that can get after you.
Oh, I do too.
And then they have the ability to really just put up points. But I think you're probably on the right side of this game. You know, I hate it at 3 because it does seem like it's a game that's going to go to 3 points. But when I really think about it objectively, the Eagles should win this game. So I'm not going to fight you too hard if we end up coming down to that as one of our we need to get on the card.
Well, I just feel like Dallas is going to be riding really high into this game. Like, yo, how many points did they just put up? Like 44?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, we just put up 44 points, and then the Eagles are going to be like, okay, you're going to score under 14 today.
Yeah,
like,
which is totally possible because like when they played San Francisco, right?
Yeah.
And that's another one of my calculations. Now what we're talking it out is you've got the Eagles against San Francisco. I mean, I probably make it a pick'em game.
Yeah.
You know, depending on where it is. And look what San Francisco did to Dallas. So.
Yeah. Well, it was funny. I was actually just talking about this with my friends today. We were talking about like, oh, Eagles, Niners, who's the better team? And I say both teams completely healthy. Niners are by far the better team. And I think the Niners would work the Eagles if both of them were healthy. But that's not the point. This is Eagles-Dallas.
Okay.
I think Eagles are going to win.
I'm not going to fight you too hard on it.
Okay.
If we end up at that spot. Next for me would be Indy on the road, -2.5 against Carolina.
Okay.
Carolina got their big win.
Yep.
Yeah, there is a little revenge factor with coach going back to play against a team he's fired. Yeah, but Carolina's not great.
Yeah.
And Indy has been showing the ability to put up a ton of points and light it up. I think Minshew gets in there and gets it done.
Yep.
One of our things we've said recently is we need to try to stay away from teams that are not the greatest teams, you know, and laying points.
Yeah.
But for me, it's only 2.5. I don't think it's going to get to 3 because of the recency bias. People will be on Carolina. I like Indy in this game.
No, yeah, I don't hate it. The only thing that worries me is Gardner Minshew. You know, he's not the most consistent quarterback. He had that 1 week where he didn't have any touchdowns, like 3 interceptions. So part of me is worried, but then I don't hate it because it's Carolina and it's such a low spread.
Yeah.
That like is really just like
I don't see Carolina winning 2 in a row.
I don't either.
You know, so I did like that one a little bit.
No, yeah, I don't hate it at all.
You got anything else?
I do.
All right.
I have one more.
Okay, what you got?
Pittsburgh -2.5 against Tennessee.
Greg will be happy.
Finally, I take Pittsburgh, but I can't even lie. Will Levis played out of his mind.
He did play out of his mind, but if you look at his stats, I think he only put up 230 yards. He had these amazing 4 touchdowns, I think.
That's insane.
The rest of the game was horrible. So I'm on Pittsburgh also on this. I hate to take the Thursday night game, but here's the thing. So I see Levis as throwing 2 picks, maybe 3 in this game.
Yeah.
Right? Steelers is what they do, is turnover game.
Yeah.
We've seen them. They saw him last week.
Mm-hmm.
Watt's going to get after him. I could see it just being a pick fest. And if the Steelers could actually score some points, I see them dominating it on defense. If they do just okay on offense, I see them covering 2.5, no problem.
Yeah.
And being at home.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh
I mean,
home.
really all it is just the Pittsburgh Steelers need to pull it together and get Matt Canada out of there. I don't want to see him in the league anymore. He needs to be fired.
Yeah, I've heard that people have been chanting at additional Minnesota game, at Pittsburgh games. They've been chanting "Fire Matt Canada" and they're not earning football games.
I'm not even a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and I want him gone. It's hard to watch them offensively. And the only thing that's nice to watch them offensively is when George Pickens does one of his crazy plays and hurdles someone or just like kick someone in the face. I don't even know. So, I mean, it's really just going to come down to I think the Steelers are going to score like 21 points off of defense. So. Yeah,
I'm also a fan of the backup quarterback coming in, doing great. Next week, everybody's figured it out, seen a little tape, and then there's always a slump.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm on Pittsburgh in this one.
Yeah, I think Pittsburgh is the right choice in this game.
Okay, I have one more that I put in my maybes because it's really hard for me to swallow.
Yeah.
But I really like it. Is New Orleans at home, -7.5 against Chicago. So New Orleans has proven that they can actually score some points.
Yeah.
Right? So maybe they're getting it figured out. Maybe they're starting to feel it there. Yeah. We know they can do it on defense. We know Chicago is completely struggling on offense.
Yeah.
So I hate to take it at 7.5 with the Saints, but I don't see why this wouldn't be another game that's 35-14.
Yeah. Well, here's the only thing is Derek Carr to me doesn't get the ball out crazy fast.
Yep.
With the Bears' new addition of Montez Sweat, who's a great pass rusher, that's the only thing that really concerns me in this game. Yep. Other than that, I think it's a great choice. Now, I feel like for you guys out there that like to take props, I think that Alvin Kamara over on yards is the best choice because with the addition of Montez Sweat, it's going to force Derek Carr to have to throw it out fast.
Yeah.
And you know what the Saints do. 90% of their plays goes to Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, he's exhausted.
So really just, he's going to go boom, Kamara dump pass. I see that all day during this game, but I actually kind of like that game. It's not a bad pick.
Yeah, it's I like the games that I don't like, which is crazy, but when something in me is just screaming, this is an obvious pick, and you don't want to swallow that amount of points, it's probably because they're doing everything they can to make you not take it.
Well, here's the thing. You also have to put into the fact that for some reason, the Bears won't let Bagent throw the ball.
Yeah, I was screaming at the TV last week.
Same.
About it.
And the times that they made him throw the ball were in those the clutch kind of like times. And when you have a rookie quarterback, especially when he's your backup, you're gonna see interceptions. So they made him look like he did bad. When in all honesty, he played good. He throws the football good. I like Bagent. He's a good quarterback.
Yeah, I thought he did pretty well, and I was the same thing. I had Chargers, but I also had the over, so I was hoping to get another Bears touchdown, and I was screaming at the TV, please let him throw the ball, and they would run it up the middle every time. They might iron some of that out this week, but I think the Bears are in the same category as the Cardinals right now. I think people aren't believing anymore.
Yeah.
And I like New Orleans.
I actually like that game too, so.
All right, so where do we agree?
Well, we both agreed on the Chargers.
Yep. Monday night game.
Yep. And I think that was it for your not maybes. We both had Atlanta. We both had the Steelers. And your
well, Atlanta was one of my maybes, but I'm okay with putting it on the card. I think.
Well, no, I was saying it's one of your maybes, so I want to hear your pick. I want you to, because you just said it. I think it was yesterday, or maybe it was Monday. You said we need to start fighting for picks that we know are right.
Yes.
So I want to hear you tell me a pick that you really want on the card.
Cleveland -8 against Arizona. Cleveland's at home. Arizona doesn't score over 10 points, and I don't see any reason Cleveland doesn't score 20 or more.
So that's the one that you're going to force me to put on the card.
Yeah.
All right, Cleveland is on the card.
Okay.
Okay.
So we've got Chargers, we've got Cleveland. What else we want? We're doing a side bet on the Cincy game, so that's off.
Yeah.
I like the Giants. I'm 50-50 on the Indy game. I like New Orleans.
It's such a tough week.
I mean, I'm okay with putting Atlanta on there because I like Heineke. You know, I have it on my maybes anyway. And I do think that there's something to the roller coaster ride of, hey, we're going to make the playoffs with Minnesota. And then, boom, Cousins gets injured. Everybody's going to go,
The only thing that worries me about this game is Atlanta going to let Bijan play? Like, did you see the one game? I think fantasy points, he had 0.3 points. They let him go for one snap. It was sickness. I don't know what that means. But, he'll probably play. I think Atlanta -4.5 isn't a bad pick. The only thing that scares me is laying that much amount of points.
Yeah, they're at home, though. I think Heineke's going to have something to prove. I'm okay with it. All right. As long as their defense comes out to play.
Yeah, that's the thing. If Atlanta's defense comes out to play, they're great. If they don't, you can be in trouble.
Yeah. I've been singing Minnesota's praise all year. Mm-hmm. I can't give it to them now without Cousins.
Yeah.
And let's not forget that they just started winning a couple games.
Yeah.
So it's not that scary that we're laying 4.5.
No, yeah.
With Atlanta.
Yeah. And for Minnesota, this is really deflating.
Yes.
And Justin Jefferson, he's not coming back this week, I don't think. Yeah. So they're in trouble.
Yeah, I agree. So so that'll be our third for sure.
Yeah. And I really think they're gonna try and put their run game into play, and that's not the best.
Okay.
So Atlanta -4.5.
All right. So we got 3 on there. What else you want to get on?
Man, I don't know. This is tough.
Well, you've got your Eagles pick you like.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't see the Eagles not winning by a touchdown in that game.
I have no problem fading Dak Prescott, especially after a good game.
That's what I feel like that's what he does all the time. He plays a good game and then he just crashes the next game.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not against that pick. I'm okay with that. The Indy one, I'm not super in love with. I like it. I think it's good.
Are you in love with any other games?
I do like the Giants. I think it's a sneaky play against Vegas. Mm-hmm. So I do like that. I think it's going to go off probably at Pick'em, But
Giants are on the card, baby.
All right.
Let's put it on there. If you like it, we're putting it on the card.
All right. So you want to do that and then the Eagles?
Yeah, that means we're putting my Eagles game on there.
All right.
I just never have a problem taking the Eagles. I feel like they're one of the teams where you can always take them.
The only problem with the Eagles is it's almost like they know the spread and they're like, let's get as close to that spread as possible.
I know. It's always close. But I feel like most of the time they usually cover
They do. It's just they sure make you sweat it out if they're going to cover it. And this game could be a close game. I mean, division game.
Yeah.
Opponents know each other. I think it'll be exciting to have something on it.
Yeah.
And I think we're on the right side with the Eagles.
Yeah, I think so.
Hopefully it doesn't go up to 3.5.
Yeah, hopefully. All right, guys. So for our card, we have Philly -3, and we have Atlanta -4.5.
Cleveland -8 at home. We got the Chargers -3 on Monday night.
Yep.
And then we've got the Giants +1 over Las Vegas.
I like it.
All right.
All right. Now we got to hit them with our parlay of the week.
The parlay of the week. If you guys are not on the parlay of the week, you're crazy because we've hit 5 out of 8 weeks, including last week.
Yep.
3 teamers. These are +600 parlays. It's crazy. We're on fire.
All
It's
right.
nuts.
Let's do it. Okay. So I think we've been going with our favorite pick of the week most of the time.
Yeah, we each do our favorite and then give them one more.
Yep. So I'm taking the Chargers -3. I think it's a no-brainer.
I like that. That was my second favorite pick, so that makes sense. And I like the Arizona Cardinals to score no points in this game.
Yep.
So I will take Cleveland -8.
All right. And then we're going to hit them with the one that we thought was hard to swallow, but it looks good.
You're talking about New Orleans -7.
Yes, I am.
And a half.
Yes.
All right, New Orleans -7.5. So read them off.
All right. Chargers -3. We have Cleveland -8. And
New Orleans -7.5.
Yep.
I like it. Parlay of the week. Boom. We're going to be 6-9.
Man, that's so crazy. 6-9, guys. That. Wait, no, it's not 6 and 9. That means 9 losses. We're 6 and 3 basically.
Yeah, 6 of 9.
6 of 9.
Yeah.
Man, that would be awesome.
It will be
6
awesome.
of 9. That has to be like a record or something like that.
For a 3-tier parlays, if there was a way to keep track of it, yes, it would be awesome.
That is
It would be
so
a record.
awesome. All right.
Cool.
I love the parlay. I love the picks. We're going to kill it this week. I'm feeling good, man.
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
All right. So this is going to wrap up our show. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit that post notification bell. Bing! And make sure to go follow our Instagram for Told You Tuesdays, Friday finals, and just everything else. we just got a bunch of stuff on there. So make sure to go check it out. It's awesome.
Yeah, and you can follow us at Pick 6 for the Circa Millions.
Yep.
And make sure to leave comments. We'd love to respond to you guys, and you can tell us what you think we got wrong or what we got right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it.
And with that,
Have fun burning your books this week.
woo!